What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a real whirlwind of emotions over the past few days here. But today, if today had a theme song, it'd be something like, I believe in miracles. Oh, where you from? You sexy thing, yeah. I believe in miracles. Yeah, that's literally what I don't know if that was the right key or what, but I feel like I was a little nervous. This acoustic environment isn't the right place to demand this from me. I haven't seen that movie in a long time either. Actually, I don't even know if that was the right quote. But enough of that shenanigans, you guys. Here we are. Seriously, this past 24 hours does make me believe in miracles, because what we've done sets us up for a rather improbable bounce at this area, right? Weakening this area of support time and time and time again. I mean, time and time and time and time again and time again. Likely would almost always lead to some kind of movement down, right? That's certainly what I was expecting. I did say yesterday the only thing that would kind of restore my faith would be some kind of miracle. And this, my friends, yesterday what happened, a 6.4% pump, that is not a miracle. But I certainly am. I'm certainly hopeful. You know, something like that is nice to see, especially coming off of the lows that we had. Here we are sitting at about $319 right now, having some non-bullish divergence on the daily time frame, but bouncing right off the overbought or oversold, and that normally sets you up for some really good things. We've been consolidating now for quite the while for Bitcoin Cash here, right? And I am under the assumption, at least as of now. Oh, I don't know why my camera froze. It's deciding not to come online for whatever reason. All right, I'm just going to take the camera away, you guys. That's okay. Oh, and now it's back. Whatever. I don't even know what the hell's up with that, but okay. So I don't believe we're going lower. I do believe that's the low. That can change, right? 24 hours ago is a different story, but that can definitely change. From a weekly perspective, from last cycle's high to the bear market low, the plan is still the same as always, right? We went from the golden ratio to the 382, golden ratio to the 382. I would like to see us break through. And generally speaking, okay, what happens is if you reject the golden ratio once, that's normal. If you reject it twice, that leaves the door open to either move lower. That's normally not what you see, and then you would go lower if you see something like this. Or, on the third time, then you would absolutely break through it and head to your extension zones. Now, this isn't a certain thing, but, and I shouldn't say, let me rephrase this, okay? I certainly do believe we're going to break through the golden ratio on this next attempt. The next attempt up at these highs, we're not stopping until at least here by way of the fibs, but I would assume that we continue to go higher, right? And who knows how high we go, but maybe we stop at 1100, maybe we stop at 1600, somewhere in this zone, maybe we go through it, who knows? But generally what this means, whenever you see a rejection once, twice to this kind of magnitude over this amount of time on your golden ratio, generally, and this is not a guarantee, it would imply that your breakout after the golden ratio is weaker. Generally, moves like this, you don't actually interact with the 1618 and you look for these lower target zones, generally. And I'm just being honest with you guys, right? I really love Bitcoin Cash. It's still one of my biggest holds. I haven't sold a single bit of Bitcoin Cash that I bought. It's only buy mode, baby. And I should have bought more yesterday, damn it, but I did think we were going to go lower in all fairness. So, but lesson learned, buy even if you expect it to go lower. There's nothing wrong with DCAing just a little bit, right? Because it was at a very low level in this area, and to be fair, right at the 382, a really good area to bounce from. We have a triple bottom on a weekly perspective, right? Not something that you would expect to hold, but it looks like it's going to hold here, you guys. I'm not saying that we can't hit the 1618. I'm not saying that we can't go above it, right? I'm saying the same thing that I said last night. We would need an immaculate bounce. We need something that by the end of this move, whenever we do break out, it would have to happen by the end of March, if not mid-April, somewhere by the end of this next move. And maybe it will be by the end of April. And that's fine if it's in April. We would need to see something that is above $2,000. Okay. If this move at all stops below $1,200, $10,000 is off the table. If it stops below $1,700, maybe $10,000 is still on the table, but still, in my opinion, not that likely to happen. If we make a move that takes us above $2,000, I think it's even fair to throw $20,000 back into the equation as far as but it would have to happen. Again, it would have to happen. Oh man, I keep losing the mic or the camera, not the mic. Thankfully you can hear me. I didn't even check the mic, so thankfully you guys can actually hear me. I'm just gonna take it away, whatever. to see that 20K target come back on the line, I want to be very clear. 20K is off the table, you guys. It's off the table right now. And it can come back on the table. And this is the first time all cycle that I've taken it off the table is with this drop here, okay? But it could come back on the table if we have an immaculate kind of bounce. We still don't know. That the reality of the matter is with Bitcoin Cash, you guys, we still don't know what to expect whenever it comes to breaking out of this overall trend here, okay? This is a multi-cycle trend, and the only coins that have broken out of their multi-cycle trends right now look like this, right? This is what they look like. They had an immaculate bounce, right? If we see something like that, you know, that probably that's not even enough. We can go back and we can check that out too, but XRP, USD, right? On a monthly basis, that one moved up 283% on this month here. Wait, no, hold on. Why does I feel like it moved up more than that, didn't it? 283. I thought it moved up more. XLM moved up 469. Hold on. XRP USD. I guess it did move up 283. Whatever. But we would need something bigger than either of those. On the bright side, Bitcoin Cash is at a lower market cap than either of those, so that's a possibility. But 400%, I guess 420 would be nice. That'd give me a little bit of hope. But something greater than 2,000 is really what I want to see. And just because I want to see that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm telling you what I want to see, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. It could happen. It's possible, but the reality of the matter is, you guys, this drop, this consolidation phase has changed things. The whole cycle, this whole from like this point here and on, even through like to this low, we've been assuming 20K. With this low, finally, I think it's off the table. I don't think 10K is necessarily off the table, but again, with this high to low here, rejecting the golden ratio twice, I'm going to delete this fib that's laying over it so you can see. Doing that twice does greatly diminish your efforts to getting to 10K. As of now, I would say we have a less than 20% chance of seeing $10,000 by the end of the cycle. Genuinely, that's how I would see it. But depending on how we break out, that could change. That really could change things, you guys. If the breakout is average, if it's what I would expect it to be normally, well, then yeah, 10K is off the table. If it's above average, if we get some kind of miracle breakout move on this multi-cycle trend that we've been in, if the monthly ribbon, the hash ribbons here, or not hash ribbons, sorry, monthly EMA ribbons, flip bullish, you know, those two things in combination could be very powerful and allow Bitcoin Cash to grow. Unfortunately, we lost the narrative of Bitcoin Cash forming its first uptrend versus Bitcoin, right? That's out the window now. It's completely possible we can still see higher prices than this, but again, it's this dynamic here that also diminishes our potential to seeing 20K by the end of the cycle. Bitcoin Cash needs a miracle if those targets are going to come back in line. It doesn't need a miracle so much if it wants to see 10K, but it would need to see a lot of growth still. I would say as of now, the targets to consider by the end of the cycle in Bitcoin Cash, again, it's probably my second or third biggest bag as of right now. It would be, you know, anywhere from, oh, that's not the right one. I'm sorry. 13K. No, I mean, maybe 13K. Maybe we could see 13K, but by the way of this fib, I would think 5,500 to 3,700 is where we would go. And on the bright side with the 1414, it's actually very common to go a little bit above there. So we could see prices above 6K. You're at $317 now. In all fairness, from this price, you know, getting up to here, that's just like a below average move, just barely below average for the rest of the cycle. So still not what you want to see, but still somewhat average. Like that's okay. If we breach 6K or hit 7K, that's fine. But again, 10K I'm skeptical of right now. Anything above 10K, it's really kind of off the table until we see how we've resulted with this move here. I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of faith, but you know, hope and faith in one hand and take a dump in another one. Which one's going to happen first? We already have that answer, right? Boom, we got the dump first. So we'll see how far hopes and faiths get us, right? Again, there's a reason why I haven't sold any Bitcoin Cash. If there's one crypto that I would be married to, it is this one. I believe that it actually adheres to what Satoshi's true visions and aspirations were whenever he made the Bitcoin white paper and all that stuff, all that jazz, right? Bitcoin itself has definitely fallen off the deep end. Everybody thinks that it being a store of value is a good, and it's a good thing, right? I guess you need a store of value, but it's not what the mission statement was for Bitcoin. It's not what the white paper had in mind. It's supposed to be a peer-to-peer cash system, and that's exactly what Bitcoin Cash sets out to be. When the world catches on that Bitcoin Cash is the better Bitcoin, Even if it's not this cycle, it might be next cycle or some other time, or maybe it's never at all. But I'm prepared to die with the ship on this one, you guys, because I genuinely do believe in Bitcoin Cash. I think that it is. I think that it is here to stay. But man, yesterday definitely rocked my nerves a little bit. I don't know about you guys. Even with those rocked nerves, you gotta not trade or sell based on your emotions. And I hope everybody held through that, because if you sold yesterday, that's literally the worst time, right? You could see, if you watched yesterday's video, you could see how clearly depressed I was, you guys, about this. It made me sad. A little bit of a different attitude now, but it wasn't that big of a pump that we had, right? Emotions will lie to you. That's what I was trying to say. But anyways, my camera's messed up. I'm getting distracted because I keep trying to fix it, but whatever. I think I've said everything that I need to say. Maybe we can talk about where I think Bitcoin Cash is going to go in the very near term, right? Instead of just $1,700, $1,600, targets above 2K. Let's talk about what we're going to see in the short term. So 4-hour time frame providing some bullish divergence, of which we had a little double bottom, triple bottom, relatively speaking, on building some volume as we're coming out. That's nice to see. Let's look at the overall high to low here. The high that took us back from December 6th there to this low here on February 3rd. We're not going to take that low. It was slightly lower, but we're going to take the February 3rd low here because that's actually the low of this move. This is the low of the sideways move, so different context. I believe that the next area we're going to see before we find resistance will be just above the 382. If we look left, where's resistance just above the 382? Right there at about $390 to $400. So somewhere in 390. We're at 318 we're at 318 right now. I believe that probably within the next 2 weeks we will see prices around $390 to $400. The faster, the better, of course. And if it takes more time than that, it takes more time than that. But we did move up, or we move down pretty fast into this area. Perhaps we move out pretty fast from this area as well. I think that it can happen in a matter of no time at all. I mean, literally, this only took a couple days. So when I say a week or two, it could just be a day or two. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you don't mind that my face is missing, but whatever. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. And yeah, bye-bye.